Welcome back to the CyberpowerPC Extreme Series RL Summer 5K Invitational. If you want to tweet out about it, it's hashtag Extreme Series. Once again, I'm LeafX, and I'm here with James Bott. We've already casted 2 matches so far. They've been exciting. We've seen Hype put up a fight more than we thought we would. Cloud9 just showing dominance on the field. Now I have another exciting one more for you guys today. It's Rogue versus Myth Gaming. If you guys don't know, there are prizes for predictions. We're going to talk a little bit about our predictions, give you guys time. Make sure you go onto the website, exclamation point predictions in chat to get the link for that. And put your predictions in, sign up, put your predictions in, have your chance at winning some great prizes from CyberpowerPC. And we'll take a look at the bracket while we're talking about this too. James Bott, we have Rogue and Myth Gaming.
Yeah, so the first 2 series of the day were pretty easy predictions. Everybody, about 95 or more % of the people getting the predictions right. The first game, NRG versus Hype, a situation where you've got a top team in North America going up against a bubble team. NRG, despite dropping that first game, they bounced right back, winning 3 straight. And then Cloud9, they came out with guns blazing. Yeah. Those passing plays just incredible. Even though they cooled off a little bit in their final game, they still held on with the sweep. This series, Rogue versus Myth, this is where it can get a little bit interesting because Rogue has been struggling as of late in tournament play. They're trying to find their identity again after doing so well previously. Now they're looking to bounce back. And Myth, this is a team that can threaten them quite a bit. Chrome, Corrupted G, and Lichinio, all RLCS veterans.
You're right. Anybody can take this, but we do have the chat predictions at 76% favor in Rogue. Myth Gaming has 23%. As you said it before this break, any one of these teams can be moving on in the bracket on the upper side. We'll see what it is as we start game number 1. Lichinio already up the bat with some speed, trying to get some fancy moves, the dirty dangles. Doesn't finish off. This best of 5, it's going to drop down a rough spot. They already have a pretty good attack coming out from Myth. We'll see if that can keep up, if they can keep that pace going. Looks like they might be able to. Finally, Turtle shutting them down. No, there's Corrupted then. Once again to send that back down towards that blue end. As you said, Rogue has been struggling. Hopefully they can pull it together in this one. Miss there from Turtle. We'll give a chance to Myth to set up a passing play. Lichinio is just guns a-blazing right now. He is all over the field. As we mentioned, he's had a bit of a break. Now he's trying to come back. And he wants to do it fast.
Yeah, that was a great idea from Corrupted G. Lichinio didn't have any boost to work with. Corrupted G, he's a great scorer in the RLCS and in general in Rocket League. Fantastic shooter. But the chat is right. Rogue is the favorite here, but they have been struggling to get results, especially at DreamHack where they dropped games to even set to destroy. They did not make the top 8, so they're really wanting to bounce back.
Oh, they might be able to get the first goal. Turtle does put that in. Lichinio was rushing back to the net. He actually might have been able to save it had Turtle not gotten that touch.
And Chrome was also in a not great spot. Chrome was cheated up way too far. He should have been in net. Should have saw that hit coming. And a good play there from Rogue, just 1-2 punching that one in. Rogue, though, at the beginning of RLCS Season 3, a lot of people thought they were the solid #2 team in North America, and that is not the case right now.
Not anymore. It's definitely changed. Well, I mean, especially with the launch of the Muffin Men, now C9, into the scene. It's definitely changing things up quite a bit. Passing play, Corrupted. We'll wait for the touch from Sizz. Might be able to get an air dribble out to a teammate. There's Lichinio with speed. As we were used to him being back in the good old days, Lichinio always one of the fastest players. He's looking to keep that up, but that might be an issue if he starts getting boost starved. And means skill might take it away.
Another important note as well is Chrome is a sub. He is not the official third for this Myth Gaming squad. The official third is Sad Jr.
Sad Jr. Team Canada.
Team Canada. You'd be proud.
I love it.
But they don't have as much practice with Chrome, so that's another check mark in the favor of Rogue. All of their team is their starting lineup.
Well, I mean, they haven't been using it to their advantage too much. It does look like a very good back and forth right now between these two teams. Fairly even offense from both of them. I mean, we did see Turtle connect with the back of the net, so they do set themselves into the lead. Only 1 goal. Any of these shots now coming up from Myth Gaming could connect, as long as it's on target. Seen a lot of good passing plays from the other teams that have won. The team that passes the most in this will be that team to pull away with a win. Chance here for Matt. Set that back. Chrome will launch that to the other end. He's going to go for the demo and allow Lichinio to take a shot, but I think he was expecting maybe Chrome to take it. Will miss out completely. Another whip from Corrupted. Now we have Sizz and Turtle with a 2v1 and a shot off the bar. Miss there in a demo. Here's some pressure coming out from Rogue. It does get fizzled out though as Chrome keeps that ball to the side. Chinio, nice flick over Matt. Chrome will follow it up. He needs to keep the possession though. He does. One more to beat. Sizz in the net. Can he get the flick? Not enough power. Sizz literally just has to jump into the air and he will save that one.
Chrome was faced with a decision there. Do I pass or do I shoot? Went for the shot and didn't get enough on it.
Ooh, a little bit of greasy defense there coming out from Myth. Giving up opportunities like that to Rogue. The next time they might capitalize on it. Chrome playing patient at midfield. Aerial passing play. Stopped up by Chrome. Matt couldn't connect with it. So he'll try again.
And in terms of styles, we generally see Rogue depend on Matt for their offense. Matt, one of the best scorers in the game. Even at the World Championship, he scored, I believe, 10 goals in a single best-of-5 series. So he can really just go off.
At any given time. You put the ball in front of him, that's a shot on your net. Corrupted trying to set a play up. Sizz will connect with that one. A little back and forth, a lot of ping pong right now. Neither one of these teams really taking much control. Chrome tried to, as a pass came up from Lichinio. Corrupted needs to be on that one. He gives a little too much time. Sizz will be able to send that back down into the orange end. They're in the lead now. Rogue really just has to break this clock down and
double tap.
Take it to the finish. Lichinio out of boost. We'll leave that one for Corrupted. The slow roller. We saw one going on C9. It will not happen to Rogue. Corrupted does have a chance to keep the pressure on. A pop. Chrome has a chance. That should be a goal. A missed touch from Turtle. And that will be a tie with 12 seconds left.
Now this was just extended pressure. Turtle needed to get that more into the corner. Just got a flop of a hit. And Chrome comes in to finish that one off. Extended pressure from Myth. And there was not a lot of time left on the clock. Only 12 seconds. But Myth was able to pull through.
Very low scoring game as predicted. Very, very close series. Wow, almost a roller again. Sizz and Turtle struggling to keep that one out. 2 goals in a row now with a sloppy defense from Rogue. And quickly, Myth will take the lead with 3 seconds left.
Yeah, Sizz did not get the greatest hit. Turtle was surprised by it. And now Rogue is crumbling in the final seconds. They had the lead 12 seconds in. Giving it up here to Myth in the final seconds.
No.
And that was something we saw from them at DreamHack, where they just would get shook. They would experience some issues with their team, and it's, you know, responding to adversity. And right now, Rogue is struggling to respond to adversity. This one, we'll see how they fare in game 2. If they drop game 2, I would not be surprised to see this be a sweep.
If they drop
Rogue,
the whole series,
Rogue is such an emotional team, especially Sizz. He is a very emotional player.
It's so tough. It's so tough. I mean, like, they 2 goals now to just a very sloppy defense, and with I think it's 8 shots from total from Myth. With that kind of pressure, eventually, with defense like that, a ball is going to sneak through, and 2 of them did, and that one from Rogue just wasn't enough. As you said, hopefully for game number 2, they can keep their heads in the game. They can get those passes out to Matt. I saw a lot of times they try to pop them in the air, and Matt was trying to connect with them in the air. They were met up by Myth. Maybe they're going to have to try something else.
Matt really needs to get involved. If you're looking at the stats, zeros across the board for him. Generally, he's the lead scorer for Rogue. He is the offense for Rogue. And he was very quiet that game, but some pretty critical mistakes on defense. In the final seconds of the match, they just crumbled. Rogue crumbled in game 1, but this is such a huge game. Rogue needs to pick this one back up, especially after that game 1 performance.
No, you're absolutely right. It's a new game, though. It's game number 2. Momentum can completely change. I always think back to the flip side versus Supersonic Avengers. They got Braziled and then ended up taking out flip side. Such a turnaround. Any team can do it at any given time. This is Rocket League. Every game is a different story.
It's very true. Very, very true. And this game's so important for the mentality for Rogue. And Matt, is going to have a stand-up performance, I believe, if Rogue is going to have a shot in this matchup.
Well, we'll see how this early game goes. Chrome already trying to send one on target. There is Matt to throw it away. Rushes back to net. Rogue doesn't have any kind of possession right now. That's going to be rough there. Corrupted can place that one right. It's going to be a goal, and place it right he does. Or left.
Another situation where Matt went up for this Sizz. He was waiting for the shot. He actually pre-jumped it. Just a moment where you're scratching your head.
Yeah, right.
Rogue just lost on defense right there. That touch by Matt was not conducive.
Excuse me? Hello? Rogue? Let's see if they can turn it around, though. They need to just get possession. They need to make sure their touches are going where they need to. They have given up too much to Myth already in this second game. And that resulted in a goal. Tiz with a hard one down the other field. Turtle will get beaten up by Lichinio. That speed still there. As you said, this has to feel very good for Myth right now, especially for Lichinio. Coming back in. Definitely cold, but warming up very quickly to the scene again. Shot off the crossbar. Myth defense counting their lucky stars on that one. They can't create any kind of attack out of it, so they'll try again as Matt tries to put on another attack. Again, these touches not really having much purpose. They'll end up back down on their own end.
Yeah, you can contrast the difference in play style between NRG and Cloud9 and then these two teams. Myth,
yeah,
their goals have been pretty scrappy. Neither of these teams really impressing us so far with their passing plays. But that could just be due to the fact that they're so neck and neck with them challenging the 50-50s so close to one another, not able to get that possession.
No, you're right.
Still, you can just see the difference.
Well, we'll see if Rogue can see a goal for themselves. They are still down. 3 minutes left. Lots of time to get back. They don't have to force anything at this moment. They do let the time slip down a little bit more, though. They will have to get a little more antsy. Back pass from Turtle to Matt. They'll take a player out. That might give him a little breathing room. No, Corrupted and Chrome instantly there to put the pressure on. They're like, no breathing room for you. If they allow Lichinio to get back into the rotation, Corrupted might have a chance. Diz gets on the other side of the ball, and we'll keep that one off the goal line as it rolls across. There's a better touch from Matt. Connects with Sizz. Those are the touches I like to see. The passing plays. Corrupted on the goal line. Is it enough, though? Off the crossbar. Rogue's play will die out here unless Matt can keep it going. What?
Yes.
What?
If you're Matt, you must be feeling really good about this one. Challenges Chrome to that 50-50. It pinches off of both players, off the ceiling, and in. That is one of those goals where you just thank your lucky stars. The Rocket League gods have favored you with that goal.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's one way to bring this back to a tie game. Let's see if they can continue that momentum. Again, it's maybe Matt, all he needed was just to get a goal, get his head in the game, and to get their team going. As I said, their passes started to connect, their touches have purpose. They have to watch out, though. They can't count out Myth quite yet, as they might try to get some of their own. Chrome reading that touch from Lichinio will set it back down for Corrupted. A touch off the crossbar, and Chrome will be patient to put one in, regaining the lead.
And this one, that play was set up by Lichinio there. That pop up in the air, just stopping, launching that up in the air. That was the moment that play began to develop. And Chrome, he was the one that finished it off, but what a pop by Lichinio.
I love to see Lichinio getting involved, showing he's still got what it takes to be a playmaker and get that offense sparked. Passing play, Corrupted to Lichinio. No follow-up from Lichinio. He tried to get the pop to himself. Chrome will just keep the pressure on. There's Matt to Sizz. Sizz a little bit late. Turtle will have to clean up the mess. Nice dunk there from Chrome. Keeps that in the blue end. And a demo. Physical play from Myth. They're trying to extend the lead. They have a minute 15 left to hold off any kind of attacks from Rogue. All of their touches need to connect, and they do on defense. Corrupted. I heard the touch,
had he had
but
any more boost, that would have been a goal.
Would have popped over that last defender. Lichinio will try to keep the pressure up, though. 1 minute left. Rogue needs another one of those touches they saw. Maybe just some sort of nice bounce that goes in their favor, or a pinch. Turtle trying to connect with a passing play. Not fast enough, though. There's Matt with the follow-through off the backboard. This is the Matt we know.
Yeah, Matt taking advantage of that early mistake by Corrupted G. Corrupted G trying to drive backwards to get that one out, but Matt, he just steps up. Backward pass to himself. The last defender in net was not able to do anything but watch. And Matt, that was a huge goal for Rogue.
As you said, absolutely huge. That is not an understatement at all, as they bring themselves back into the game in the final 40 seconds. And that's got to feel good for Matt. Matt has his footing now. He's got 2 goals for his team in game number 2. And we'll see if they can keep it up. Turtle trying to get a doink there towards his own net, or the other net.
For Rogue.
We can see a goal here. Sizz tries to drop it. A lot of times we'll see overtimes either end in the first 30 to 45 seconds or end up just going for a very long time. I think one of the behind the scenes guys was saying that it would be really cool to see a world record overtime here. The longest match we've seen. I wouldn't mind it. We've only had 3 series today. I wouldn't mind a long overtime between these 2 teams. Very stressful. 37 seconds have passed now into overtime. Another team connecting with the best shots on net. Though we do see Rogue starting to set up passing plays upfield. Look how fast Matt is getting now to that ball. Turtle, no finish as it does get stopped out by Corrupted. Can he create any kind of play out of this? To get it past Sizz, I'm not sure if it was the pinch that he wanted though. Matt will be able to clean that one up back to midfield. Off the backboard, Sizz there for that touch. The slow one, and that will get past the defense. And Rogue will take a win in the series.
And give Matt the award for playmaker on that. That was an incredible play from him. In the corner, he got a full speed touch to himself, coming off the wall to launch that off the backboard to Sizz. That was such a big play from Matt, and Sizz doing his part, knocking that one into the net. And that keeps Rogue alive. They had that devastating loss in game number 1 where they had the lead going into the last 12 seconds of the game before Myth put 2 in and stole game number 1. And it was looking like Myth was going to take game number 2 as well, but Rogue forcing overtime. And then Matt, he was quiet in game 1. Zeros across the board for him. Now look at him. 600 points in a private lobby. That would be 1,200 points for a matchmaking game. And he had 2 goals and assists to his name. And that last play in overtime was so clutch.
You called it in game number 1, or the second it was over. You called it that Matt is the one that needs to step up right now. Matt needs to get his team sparked onto offense, and he did that. I mean, everywhere too. Not even just offense. He was everywhere for his team. As you just
defense,
said,
yeah,
6
knocking
saves.
that ball out of the way when it was coming off the corner of the ceiling, just seconds before the game ended. If Matt wasn't there, that would have been a goal, and we never even, or that would have been a goal we never would have seen overtime.
Yeah,
So he was key.
All over the field. We'll see if he can keep it up, though. We'll see if he can keep it up. Maybe he just need to get his feelers out in the first one. See, Lichinio, Corrupted, and Chrome we're up to on the field, and now maybe he's figured it out. Moving so fast, Turtle with a quick attack. Lichinio might have his pace matched. Passing plays coming across. Those are those blank passing plays we like to see out of teams like C9 and G2. Gary as a defender, you never know where they're coming from. Didn't connect that time, though. We still sit at 0-0. 20 seconds into game number 3. Called it. Both these teams very close in skill. And it shows. In these games, Chrome maybe could have connected that with, but I highly doubt that he expected for that defender to miss a ball on the backboard there. Another very close chance there for Myth. One more. He leaves it. Beautiful leave by Corrupted to allow Chrome to take that shot.
Now you see Corrupted G coming off the wall, just gets called off by Chrome. Excellent team communication there. Chrome, not the hardest shot, but it was enough to get Myth the lead.
There it is, first goal of game number 3 will go over to Myth. Can they grab a second one? A pass out to Chrome. Power shot will miss. Way too wide to the left there. Chrome was unhappy with that shot and will take out Turtle to allow Corrupted to move in. Turtle spawning on the perfect spot. Gains possession. That Octane beating out Chrome. A second one. Corrupted's having none of that. We'll pop it high. Touch from Lichinio just to make sure there was no shot coming out from Rogue. Didn't want to allow a goal to go in to tie this one up. Corrupted may go off the backboard. He did. The pass to nobody, though. Matt giving away possession will allow Chrome to set another play up for his team. Myth creating a couple chances. None turning into real scoring opportunities, though. It might have been a chance if Corrupted could have put it on target, but it was wide. Bounced that a little bit too low. Chrome with a second touch. The follow-up from himself. He doesn't need a team to pass to him. He'll do it himself.
Matt trying to dribble that out himself. Gets punished by Chrome. Chrome, the substitute for Sad Jr., makes that solo play happen, but really, Matt, he took too much time trying to dribble that ball out of his own half, and Chrome made him pay for it.
I mean, you got to be wondering, is Sad, are you going to get your spot back if Chrome's playing like this? Both goals now for Myth are credited to Chrome. Maybe you can keep this play up. Nice touch there from Corrupted. A finish from Chrome. Tries to stuff that one under Sizz. Sizz, in desperation, tried to keep that one away from his net. They got the demo, but they didn't really utilize it. With way too much time back to Myth to keep that pressure on. Maybe this will be the chance to break out past one, but not two. There's Turtle to greet that one in the air. His teammates lacking a little bit far behind. They'll have to try again from midfield. Turtle trying to read this one. Will be a little low. We'll back off. Matt seeing Corrupted move up. Tries to get a touch past him. Doesn't get that second one off the wall that he wanted. That's going to be almost on target, just off the crossbar. A shot from the corner from Lichinio. Will be kept out, though, by, as I said, the crossbar. 2.5 minutes left now. Myth looking to bring themselves to match point. If they can keep up this 2-0 lead. Their touches have just been a little more convincing compared to Rogue right now. Rogue struggling to find any kind of scoring opportunities.
Yeah, just where is the passing that we're used to seeing? Rogue,
yeah.
They, in the last season of RLCS, they were playing very well together as a team, high speed, and then there you see Sizz and Turtle going for the same
double commit
exact ball.
Yeah, that's not what you want to be doing, and that's like, I'm not even surprised that that resulted in a goal. Two people should not be going that hard on offense, especially when your third is still in their end.
Yeah, that one just a textbook counterattack. Turtle, Sizz both going for that ball, slamming it off that backboard. It's just going to be an easy counterattack, and you see Lichinio gets that right out into the middle for Corrupted G to easily finish off. And now 3 goals, less than 2 minutes left to go. Myth is positioned to take this game.
1:44 left. You're absolutely right. 3 goals. Be a little hard pressed for Rogue, as they're just not connecting with each other, though, like we saw in the second game. Although this might be the start back to that. Turtle with the finish. No, a couple times I've seen him a little bit short of his reads off the backboard. And that's resulting in no goals for them. They will try to keep these horizontal passes up. Corrupted finally intercepting that. Matt to Sizz. Sizz with a finish. No, stopped by Corrupted. Good read from him, knowing that shot was going to come in. A drop down from Sizz in front of the net. Turtle couldn't ground himself again. He got any speed to put that shot on. 1 minute left, and Rogue is looking like they're going to be setting themselves not the best spot, as Mythical is looking very strongly to hold on to a match point situation here. As Chrome has been doing very good for Myth. Corrupted as well. And Lichinio, as you said, is setting up a lot of plays. Very different than we've seen him in past times. Generally being one of those guys on offense, getting those fancy and fast goals. Has 0 goals, actually, for his team in this entire series.
Well, oh, that's going to be a roller, and that's an insurance goal. Chrome picking up his hat trick. Sizz didn't get the greatest clear. Tried to come off the wall to get the save, but no. It's going to be too much. Chrome getting credit for that one, but we were talking about Lichinio. Lichinio, in his prime, maybe, you know, RLCS Season 1, and even before that, when he played on VQ Untethered, during the RLC Pro League, he was the lead scorer. Lichinio was such a prolific scorer. Now, he's kind of searching for his role again after taking so much time off.
Yeah.
But you can never count him out. He still has incredible skill.
It's much like riding a bike. There are things that you just don't go away.
Chrome again. This
he's just trying to rack
I don't know
up
what,
these
if
stats.
the last one was an insurance goal, this is just a disrespect goal. This is when you just keep piling it on.
And I mean, in tournaments like this, you don't give any chance to your opponents to be able to mount any kind of comeback. You say, this is how it is, guys. This is the situation. We're going to stamp it on the envelopes. This game is ours.
And even that one, Turtle didn't get to it first. That was a chance for him to put a shot in. Just took a little bit too much time. And you can just see Rogue struggling to get things going. A 5-0 lead. Rob G single-handedly dismantled this team. 4 goals all by himself, and then Corrupted G getting the other one. But this is very worrying. If you are a Rogue fan, seeing this happen is very worrying. Seeing the performance at DreamHack coming up short, not even making it to the top 8. And then here against Myth Gaming, a team that some aren't even projecting make it into the RLCS, which is the top 8. And not only that, but they have a sub. They're using Chrome instead of their normal third Sad Junior. So to see Rogue 1 game away from dropping this series to Myth, that is concerning for Rogue fans. But if you're a Myth fan, that must be fantastic. Your Canadian squad, now Chrome, filling in the spot for the third Canadian.
He's an honorary Canadian
You'd be ecstatic. Yeah, an honorary Canadian getting 4 goals.
Yeah, again, absolutely incredible showing, as you said, from Rob G himself, the man, the myth, the legend, just showing up so insanely good. I mean, Chrome is a player that I would never count out to be on a top team ever. Chrome, it's not like he's just some nobody from anywhere. Chrome is a very solid player that's always filled in the roles he's needed to fill in. And I also have to give credit, again, as we touched on before, to Lichinio, to filling in the role that he needs to fill in right now. And I like the comeback that we're seeing from him. But again, Turtle, Matt, and Sizz need to do what they did in game number 2. They have to watch for each other passes, communicate, and as you said, Matt has to be there. And honestly, for me, Turtle, some of his reads off the walls haven't been the keenest.
It just, every single member of Rogue has struggled. Game 2 was a high moment for them, especially for Matt. But since then, just mistakes that leave you scratching your head. Yeah, especially, you know, when Sizz and Turtle both went for that same ball, slamming it off the backboard, that led to that counterattack goal. You can just tell they're not on the same page.
Well, hopefully this can be a different story in this game, as we have Myth on match point to move on in the upper bracket. There is a lower bracket. Rogue doesn't have to worry. They're not out of the tournament quite yet if they lose this. But, I mean, you always want to avoid that lower as much as possible. Matt, a bully. He is a school bus, and he will just shove that one through.
Looks like he had a bulldozer instead of an octane right there. Just getting hit by the defense. Sizz will clean it up. But, yeah, Matt, like a bull in a china shop.
Well, I mean, if it works, brute force maybe sometimes would be the key. Let's get physical, Rogue. Show Myth what you're up to.
And Myth also, I do want to point out, somebody in chat was saying, give credit to Lichinio for the assist. The one play that he did have where he popped that ball up, that was a beautiful pass. Well, I will give you that. Lichinio, even though he's not scoring like he used to, that was a fantastic passing play.
Incredible. And that's what I was mentioning, is just to be able to pull back. We know some of these players that have been in a role for so long had struggled to be able to pull into other positions. So to see Lichinio be able to do that is great. But wow, a roller to the far side. Matt, again, one of those just cross your fingers and hope it goes in kind of goals.
Oh yeah, and that was, you see Corrupted G actually tried to demo Matt. He missed the demo and hit the ball out into the middle where Matt was able to score. So Corrupted G fumbling a little bit on that play, but Matt making the most of it.
This might be the turnaround. Wow, Turtle almost a shot on there. Matt whistle this one, a trap, not the flick he wanted. Turtle to keep the pressure on. Corrupted with the turnaround. He won't be able to create much of a play off that. I'm sure Matt will dunk it away. He does. There's Turtle to follow that one up. Whoa, the power he got off that. Lichinio was ready, though. Lichinio has just been in a really good spot every time. 3 saves already in the series. Honestly, all 3 of these guys with a total of 5 saves. Lichinio has just been on point on defense.
Yeah, a solid performance all around from Lichinio, but we usually expect him to be the star.
Yeah.
And he kind of, his playstyle changed when he joined iBuyPower Cosmic with Pronovi. Lichinio was normally that front player, that guy scoring all these crazy goals, doing it with a lot of flair. But then when he joined Pronovi on Cosmic, he kind of took a back seat, taking a more defensive role. And that affected him.
This actually might be a chance. An accidental demo comes out there. Back pass from Turtle. Matt couldn't get there in time, couldn't set up a play. Would have been an opportunity just to extend their lead. They are up by 2 goals with 2.5 minutes left, but we haven't seen any signs of slowing down from Myth. I'm sure they could pull this one back the second that Rogue looks away, takes a glance at something else.
Good thing Sis got a piece of that. Corrupted G was coming in hot for that double tap.
Lichinio will follow up. Can't get the touch on Sis. Wave dash there to get some speed. Can't get to the ball. He'll be under that. Matt will have to throw that one around. Turtle, this time we'll see if he can get the touch he needed. A little bit late. Lichinio with the speed almost sends that one down across the entire field for a goal. Just a little bit wide, right of the net. 2 minutes left. They still have not answered any of the goals that came out from Rogue. Might be a chance. A demo there again. The physical play really starting to come out. Have to make sure they don't get misses like that, though. Both Lichinio and Corrupted out of the play as Chrome will have to follow up there. A pass in front. Corrupted tries to set that one down to the lower side. He saw the 2 in net, but not Sis coming hot from across the field there. And he will save that one. Placement would have been good otherwise. Top touch from Lichinio to Chrome. Don't want a really rough spot. Chrome tries to set it down on target. And Turtle on the goal line will keep it out.
Bold move by Rob G there.
Bold move, Captain. A minute left. We'll see if Rogue can hold on to this lead. We do start to see a little bit more pressure start to come out from Myth. And there it is. Finally, the wall will break. And Lichinio grabs, actually, I think his first goal in this series.
Excellent job just flipping into that one. That was actually great positioning by him, too. He flipped to make sure that even if the other player got a piece of it, he would have just dunked that one in. So well done by Lichinio and Chrome making that play happen.
Off the backboard, this could be a chance now for Myth again. That dropped into not the best spot. I'm not sure Corrupted expected that, though. Almost a snipe, not the spot you want to put that, Matt. Turtle will clean that up for you.
And again, just a reminder, we saw Myth in game number 1. They were down in the final 12 seconds, 1-0. Came back, scored 2 goals, and ended up with the final seconds. So don't count them out until that clock hits 0 and the ball touches the ground.
Well, let's hear a chat. Are we going to a game number 5, or is Myth going to be able to close back? We did see it, as James Bott just mentioned. Myth has every chance to turn this one around. Home to the lead last second. They can break out of their own end. That's not the touch you want, though, Corrupted. Guess it did buy enough time. Final ditch effort here. 15 seconds left. This one has to connect with the back of the net. They want any chance to bring this one to an overtime. Turtle, there's Chrome with a finish. And are we going to see it again? You have to know Rogue is in their heads knowing what might happen.
And Corrupted G putting a shot in. All 3 players for Rogue jumping for that ball. So when Chrome gets a juicy rebound, he had quite a bit of real estate to work with, and he ties it up with 8 seconds left on the clock.
Wow, Myth looking strong right now. The comeback boys indeed. Can they do it? Are we going on overtime? We'll see if Matt can set a Turtle. Sis is waiting for a touch. I'll go to the far side. I'm sure Matt will try one more attack before they kill this one. Turtle may pop it. No, he leaves it. Overtime. Yet again, kickoff can change everything.
And Rogue, they won that first overtime game. Matt had a fantastic touch and then passed it out to Sis, who finished it off. So will Myth be able to take this overtime victory, or will Rogue stay alive in the upper bracket and force game 5?
We'll find out as Rogue tries to create an attack. That's going to drop down right in front of the net. Lichinio pops that one, or keeps that one low. Nice follow through though. Corrupted needs to get back. As you said, Lichinio had a good save. Matt throws it way too far to the side. Upfield we go. Lichinio to Chrome. No fall through as both Turtle and Sis. We're ready for that play to make it to their end. 40 seconds into overtime now. Both teams have had an opportunity to score. Both teams' opportunities getting snuffed out pretty quickly. Corrupted off the backboard. Will beat Sis to that. Will find the bottom of the net. Beating out that defender. And there it is. G's Myth. Pull it back, and Rogue has to be not feeling good about that one.
Gabe is the man. Corrupted G coming in huge. Clutching it in the final moments. Corrupted G, one of the best scorers in North America, showing us why in overtime. making it happen for Myth Gaming. And this is an upset. You said 78% or so of the people predicting Rogue to take this down. And Myth Gaming comes out and steals it from Rogue.
Well, feels good, man, to those
23%,
right? Yeah, that was unexpected. Again, based off those predictions. So congratulations to the people that took Myth on that one. And congratulations to Myth and moving on. But Rogue is not out of this yet. They are not done quite yet. We'll have it up for you soon. Right now, though, I want to talk about matches coming up in the future. We have 3 more days of this. That was our last for today, but we are not done yet. Today, we saw NRG move on in the bracket against Hype Gaming. We saw Cloud9 move up against Enix very convincingly, and now Rogue dropped to Myth against the popular vote. We have 3 more days now of this. Tomorrow we'll be starting at 7 p.m., so make sure back for that. Hollywood Hammers versus Fibian. James, give us a little insight into maybe what we can expect from these two teams. My dark horse right now is the Hollywood Hammers.
So my dark horse is definitely Fibian. Fibian is a team that they've done very well. They were formerly known as Team Applesauce. It's Chicago, Hato, and Zol. And these guys, put in the work, continually competing in tournaments, and they've been getting some good results against top teams. So I would expect them to put up a really good fight against the Hollywood Hammers, and arguably they would be my favorite in that matchup. So I'm excited to see them have an opportunity to play against some of these bigger teams on this stage. I'm excited to get to watch them. But today was a fantastic day of, seeing Cloud9 play was the highlight for me. I thought NRG played quite well, but Cloud9 was fantastic. And then Myth, they took it to Rogue, but Rogue looked pretty sloppy. So we'll see if they can clean that up. Like we said, they're not out of the tournament. This is a double elimination tournament, so they're just in the lower bracket. But tomorrow, we're still going to finish off our round 1 games before we jump into the round 2. So I'm excited for that as well.
Let's take a look at, before we have the lower bracket. We'll have that ready in a second. Upper bracket. Let's take a look though. What we just saw today. We did see Cloud9 against Enix fairly convincingly. Enix has to be happy though with the experience they gained. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock, as we said, Hollywood Hammers versus Fibian. Looks like both of us are on either side of who's going to win that one. So it'll be exciting. Again, Darkfire's return. Really excited to see him play. We'll see who gets to face off against Cloud9. That will be a test for sure for either one of those teams. Rogue and Myth Gaming. We just saw that one. Myth, surprising a majority of the audience here, will move on to face against NRG. As NRG took out Hype Gaming. Hype Gaming putting up a bit more fight than I think we expected.
Yeah, they did well game 1. Before or after game 1, they really fell off and were just succumbed to the speed and pressure of NRG. But I think they could fare well against some of these other teams in North America. Really at the top in NA by a mile is NRG and Cloud9. The way that those guys are playing, it doesn't seem like there's anyone else who's playing on the same level. Those guys so good. So it's really, a question of who can bring it to those teams. Is there anyone that can take series off of them? It doesn't seem like it. It really seems like Cloud9 and NRG are up there. But then we have all these other teams where we're still going to see how they match up. Rogue, after falling to Myth Gaming, and again noting that Myth Gaming was playing with a sub, they had Rob G. Some people would say Sad Jr. is not as good as Rob G, but it's still, Chrome doesn't have, and Chrome and Rob G are the same person, but Chrome doesn't have as much experience playing with those players. So to see him come in and in game number 2, I think, or 3, scoring 4 goals on his own, really stepped up. So I wonder if Chrome is still going to continue to sub moving on, because they'll have to play NRG, which will be a very difficult matchup.
Yeah, actually a few subs, and I think I got word from Garrett earlier too that they actually might have a different sub come Friday if they make it that far. So that might be a very interesting. A lot of interesting things come up in this. I think I'm not sure if we have the lower bracket ready. I do have. It is perfect. I do have the updated bracket. So Hype Gaming, Enix, and Rogue now waiting in that lower bracket. We still have that Fibian and Hollywood, of course, match to go to find out the rest of it. You can see the times there for that. 7 o'clock, you just want to be here. You don't want to miss any of it. I mean, there's no reason to miss any of it. Really exciting matches. I'm excited to see how these bubble teams now, because this is where likely come RLRS,
Yeah,
these are the teams that are likely going to be facing each other.
Yeah, absolutely. These are going to be RLRS teams. So we're seeing RLCS caliber teams with the likes of Cloud9, Rogue, NRG going up against these RLRS and potentially even RLCS. I mean, we've seen teams like Deception in the past and Set to Destroy this past season kind of come out of nowhere. So some of these teams we're seeing here, we might see one of those dark horse number 8 seeds in the RLCS. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun to watch, and I can't wait to tune in tomorrow on the casting side of things to see how this all plays out.
Yeah, no, it's exciting so far, but it's not just pride they're fighting for and experience. These guys are fighting for money. It is a $5,000 prize pool. Thanks to CyberPower for putting this on. I think if we can take one more look at the prize pool, dividing up my words.
Division?
I'm a caster. Division. That's what I'm looking for.
Prize pool division.
How it is being divided up amongst the winners. 3 teams are going to be walking away with money in this. Third place, 750 USD. We have 1750 for second place and $2,500 for first place. Not too shabby at all.
Yeah, 5K. This is a big tournament by Rocket League standards. Most of our big tournaments are about $1,000. So this one, 5 times the prize pool. So a lot of motivation for these guys to finish in that top 3.
Absolutely. Let's as we wrap this up, then let's give a quick shout out to the sponsors and everybody that's made this possible. Of course, first off, the CyberpowerPC for putting this on in the first place, and Sivo for the production here, giving you the show, and to the sponsors: Amazon, Intel, WD, Nvidia, and MSI. Huge shout outs to all of them. Don't forget though, guys. Don't forget, you guys can win prizes. There are prizes for you guys. There's first, second, and third for predictions. And right now, I'm sure there's a lot of people upset from that last one. But
some people might have seen it coming because Rogue has struggled a little bit. But that's what makes it fun. If every prediction was easy, where's the fun in that?
That's absolutely true. Just so you guys know what you're fighting for. Third place, you get a jersey from CyberpowerPC. Second place, you get that jersey and a Scorpion K1 RGB keyboard. Not too bad, even for second place. First place, all the above plus the CyberpowerPC mouse pad. Nice complete package there. You can look pretty hot while you're playing Rocket League, trying to grind up to that grand champ. So make sure you guys get your predictions in for tomorrow. They close the second that the match starts for that prediction. But with that, I guess today is over. 3 matches out of the way. We have lots more. 3 more days to go. It's going to be at 7 o'clock tomorrow. James Bott, it's been a pleasure today, and I hope you're excited for the next matches we have.
Yeah, absolutely. Tomorrow, I think the first match is 7:45 Eastern, and which is 4:45 Pacific. So, oh wait, no, it is 4 o'clock. You're right.
Yeah, I have 7 o'clock.
Oh man, I almost set I would have been late for that. That would have been.
You would solo casting.
Yeah, that would have been terrible. So 7 o'clock
yeah, it's too much
Eastern,
leave.
4 p.m. Pacific. I'm really excited to tune in for that one. Hollywood Hammers and Fibian. I think this is going to be the tournament where Fibian really gets their name on the map. I think they could do well in this tournament and surprise a lot of people. So do not miss that first matchup. 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. You don't want to miss Fibian play.
You don't want to miss it. And make sure you get on Twitter. Hashtag Extreme Series. Give us your thoughts. Who you guys think is going to make it to the finals? Even tomorrow, how do you think is going to win Hollywood Hammers versus Fibian? I'm sure they're going to want to see your love. Get on Twitter. Make sure people know about this. Get all your friends in here. And get everyone predicting. But with that, and on behalf of myself, James Bott, CyberpowerPC, all the sponsors, Sivo, we're going to say goodbye. Do not miss tomorrow. Have a good night. We'll see you then, 7 o'clock. Until then, well, keep gaming hard.